Hello and welcome back to The Tower. So, there has been a huge update to the game. This is version 16. They call it 0.16, but it's really version 16. And it has a lot of changes that we're going to go through today. So, Fuds actually describes this as an expansion of the game, and it focuses on mid to late game balance. I agree with that assessment. So let's go into the features. So the first thing they added was leaderboards. So the game now has leaderboards. It's based on your highest difficulty and your highest wave, with difficulty overtaking wave. So if you have done, like I have tier 10 and I have done up to wave 400 ish, but I've also done tier 11 and I've done tier 11 up to 98. The tier 11 98 overrides tier 10's 400. It doesn't seem to matter how high it is, it's just always the highest tier wins. And then, of course, of the highest tier, which actually goes up to tier 12. I haven't done tier 11 because of the event, and we've talked about that before. That's all. That's how it's ranked. So there are workshop upgrades now. So a large number of upgrades had their max level increased and the pricing for these levels adjusted. A large number of upgrade values also received exponential scaling at particular level hits. Example is damage now receives exponential damage increases at level 1500, 2000, 2500, etc. Attack damage equation adjusted for level 1000 and above to increase faster exponentially. Attack max level increased from 5,000 to 6,000. Crit factor max level increased from 99 to 150. Damage per meter increased per level decay reduced. Ends at level 70, and there is a plus 20% per level now, and that's clarified as a buff. I don't know much about damage per meter. Damage per meter max level increased from 99 to 200. Bounce shot max range increased from 40 to 60. Super crit multiplier max level increased from 80 to 120. Defense absolute scaling increased from level 300 and above. Health regen scaling from level 400 and above also increased. There's also new cards. A new card, the Wave Accelerator. We don't know what that one does. It doesn't really have a description. I am assuming it makes the waves faster. I haven't bought any cards yet, and we're not really gonna get into the cards today. But I haven't really heard much about it. I will eventually have it, and we will look at it. I guarantee you that. A new epic card, Berserker. Balance of this card very likely to change after feedback, so who knows? It's another epic card. A new common card, Fortress. I don't know what Fortress does. It doesn't have a description. All cards now have a 7th level added to them. There is one new unlockable card slot. The Health Regen card has been buffed from 1.2 base to 1.4 base, an increase per level from 0.10 to 0.20. Inner orb distance from tower is now absolute and not based on tower range. Super tower base bonus increased from 2.0 to 2.5, and an increase per level from 0.3 to 0.4. Card panel resized to better show more cards. And ultimate weapon, Death Wave quantity max has been our quantity max level ranged from 3 to 5. So I think that means now it'll have 5 waves that go out instead of 3. Chain lightning damage per level exponential factor increased. Smart missile damage per level exponential factor greatly increased. Inner landmine damage per level exponential factor slightly increased. Poison swap damage per level exponential factor slightly increased. So overall, all the ultimate weapons did get buffed. Tournaments. Difficulty scaling for tournaments increased again to make rounds shorter. So enemy health, attack, speed have a higher exponential growth factor. So that's good too, because I did feel like tournaments were just simply taking too long, so I'm glad to see that change. There are 3 new tracks by Chrisu, who it's the one that made the other tracks. One isn't unlocked instantly. 2 others are available in the event shop to unlock. We will take a look at that. On the game start, it shuffles the track choice. Oh, this is actually, sorry, this is on the second page here, so let me bring that up. Yeah, sorry. So starting with tournaments and the music. Then we have orbs. Inner orb card is renamed to extra orbs. Color of extra orbs is changed to purple. Distance for extra orbs changed. Minimum range is now 6 from the tower, and a max of tower range times 1.3. Performance is no longer tied to tower range. Normal orbs distance from tower increased slightly. Other projectile speed factor increased based on tower attack speed. Upgrade buttons that can't be afforded have their text darkened. Enemy mass raised slightly, so I'm assuming that's actually a nerf to knockback. Enemy speed increases for wave 100 and above, slowly scales up for shorter, slightly shorter rounds. So the enemies speed up faster. Panel for events tells player to update if needed for the current event. I guess it used to just not load. Current and max levels shown in upgrade detail panels. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't notice that. New panel under upgrade details showing other details such as health gain from Death Wave and health from Berserker card. Scroll sensitivity reduced on in-game panels, easier to tap buttons. Health regen perk benefit increased from 0.6 to 0.75 per level. Animations for some buttons. Then, of course, we have bug fixes. Encyclopedia attack panel upgrades out of order, couple odd animations playing on the first start of the game. Lab upgrades for interest showing players without interest unlocked in the workshop. When unlocking an ultimate weapon perk, remember the state if you left it in if you own that weapon. Oh, okay. I guess if you unlocked an ultimate weapon perk, it screwed that up. I didn't know that. Coins not updating when opening event panel from in round. Tower explosion on death not showing when themes are active. Translation fixes. Then after that, we got 16.3, and that is the Berserk card equation is fixed. Health regen had not a number error. Translations again. The damage per meter equation was fixed. The health bonus from Deathwave Max was decreased from 8x to 7x, and health bonus from Deathwave now indicates in the upgrade description panel if it's maxed. So, a lot of changes. Let's turn this off. A lot of changes. Let me go grab this real quick. There we go. So, let's see. Let's see what the event. I thought there was something in the event. We're supposed to have a new. Okay, here's the new song that we can unlock. I'm very curious how this kind of collaboration is done, especially if somebody has a YouTube channel. Like, I don't know how they reach deals where it's like, oh, I'm not going to copyright strike you. You know what I mean? I don't know how the licensing works. I find that very interesting. Let's go to the workshop. Oh, here we go. Now we can actually see. I have 905 out of 6,000. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Okay, so 99 out of 150. Now, I'm not going to upgrade anything because we're about to have an event. And last time, I spent so much upgrading stuff because it required me to do 400 upgrades. And it was so expensive. I was like, whoops. Well, damn, now I did that. Well, now it's 41 out of 60. Now, if I do flip this to max, we can kind of see. I can't even max out bounce shot. I can't even get close to maxing these out. Wow, I am very poor again. I can at least get halfway through damage to meter, but even critical I can't max out. And I could get 500, almost 600 levels on damage. But yeah, you can see I have a long way to go. Okay, so we have 966. It's really nice to see where we're at. And yes, I did upgrade these that's why those levels are so high. Because I was trying to get the 400 and these two were the cheapest, and I'm like, these don't even help me. No. Yeah, the reason I didn't max interest out is because then what is my free upgrade? I mean, there really needs to be something in here. And of course, we're still saving up for ultimate weapons. I did accidentally upgrade, I think it was the size of my black hole. So whoops. But in terms of this, we're waiting. We're basically waiting. And unfortunately, I don't think you can click any of these. Like, I don't want to try to click any of these because last time I tried to like click something, it's like, oh, you want to upgrade it. So I couldn't see the details. I think you have to actually be in a round. We'll try that in a second. We'll go here. Go into a round real quick and see if we can see this because this shouldn't spend. Okay. Well, oh, all right. Huh. Well, not what I was expecting to see. All right, hold on a second. We're just going to end this round. All right, so that covers... So we at least get to see the new music. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen anything on the new cards. And the thing is, we will be buying cards. I'm actually saving up everything again to buy cards. Probably for the event, because one of the things of the event was actually to buy a certain amount of cards. Why is this not... Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay, it's separate. Okay. Alright, that's the separator. So, here's the extra card here. This would be the Fortress card. As you can see, I'm 0 out of 32 out of everything, so each one of these is going to be 620 gems to upgrade, 640, excuse me, gems to upgrade. So we will be buying cards for a while, actually. As much as I want to bump up my research, I do need cards. And unfortunately, though, we can't even see what the card changes are. Like, if I click a card... I'm going to do one of my... And this doesn't even count the fact... And I switched to slow ore. Somebody in the comments said I probably should try that instead. And plus, we have to spend 4,500 gems to get the last card slot. So all those gems I thought I was going to put into research, well, I found a new home for them now. And I haven't looked at what the new changes are. Like, the cards haven't even been updated. I would at least tell you what the Fortress card is, you know. So this has now become a humongous gem sink. You know, I'm not going to show my research. I don't want to spoil it because I have been working on my research. But as you can see, we're going to be spending a lot of time upgrading these. Now, we do use a lot of common cards, so we'll get the extra damage, attack speed, and health. Those will all be buffs for us. I don't see us using health regen, even with the changes. Same with cash and coins. So there will be some, and slow ore, so there will be some buffs for us. And I think critical chance is a common card too. I think enemy balance and extra defense are also common cards. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't tell when the rare cards... you know what? Let me check. I just don't know what the first rare card is. Inner orb. Alright, which is now extra orb. Okay, I guess it starts here. Oh, free upgrades isn't one? Oh no, free upgrades is. So free upgrades is one. I know plasma cannons. Oh, it has to, yeah, it has to start there. Free upgrades, extra orb, plasma cannon, critical coin, wave skip, intro. Yeah, I guess there are only 6 still. 6 rares? Let me check. Yep. Okay, so yeah, these are... So, I mean, we're not going to get... extra plasma cannon could really be a game changer. Extra... Like, I don't even remember what the orb card does. I think it's speed. So having them go faster. Going faster is always better. And, of course, critical coin is amazing, so that's one I really look forward to. Wave skip, I can never get enough wave skip. And then there's Death Ray. Death Ray is the big one, and gotta have that. And I'll be curious to see what... Oh, I guess they had... I don't know if they added the... I don't know if those locks were there before or not, but I guess we'll see what happens with the other cards. That said, this is a huge card update. I mean, There was a new fact posted about the cards, so to get all the cards now is 22,000 gems. To get the ones I don't have, it's 640. So I've already spent. They added 3 cards, so it was 20 cards before, and I've already spent, I think, 960 maxing each one. So it's wow. It was 960. So I've already spent 19,000 gems. All right, there's no way that calculation's right. Because if it's 640 gems... Yeah, because they say the total cost is 22,000. That's not right anymore. So the total cost is actually going to be a lot more than that. It's going to be 16... Yeah, the total cost is now 36,800 gems. And I've already spent... Oh, why'd you do that? Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't do it right. Alright, fine. Give me a second here, bear with me. So I've already spent 19,200. This is basically doubling the cost almost. So I've already spent 19,200. It's now 36,800, and I will have to spend an extra 17,600 gems to max the cards out. Plus the extra card slot is another 4,500 gems. So we're looking at 22,100 gems to kind of fill this out. So that's gonna be a while before we get this caught up. That said, I do actually get a decent amount of gems from the tournament. Some people ask me how I get so many gems. I get a decent amount of gems for the tournament. Sometimes I do some stuff with the offer wall, and I get lucky there. So there's a couple different ways. And like I said before, I was dumping everything into research, and I'm not going to show you my research because that's my spoiler for later. But now, again, it's just going to be, 20,000 gems we're going to invest in cards. Then once we have all the cards and all the new card slots, then it'll be pretty straightforward to basically just go back into research. And I don't think that's, it's going to take a while, as you can see, but not too bad. I will have to adjust things a little bit because before I was timing my researches to come up at certain times. When I no longer needed to buy cards, I wasn't as concerned with timing my researches perfectly because I was like, well, I'll just check, because as you know, I'm researching coins. I'm really trying to get my coin multiplier up, and definitely with these new costs, I need to get it up. But I was working on that while spending most of my gems on the lab speed. But if something stopped at a weird time, it was like 5 hours or something, I was just spending gems to catch it up. So maybe I'll have to change that behavior. Maybe I won't. It shouldn't be that expensive. I was spending between 60, I would say 20 and 60 gems sometimes to finish a research, depending on what I was doing. So it's not huge. And especially with my researches now, they're taking days and days and days. So it's not something I really do that commonly. But it's definitely something I'm going to have to keep in mind. I definitely will start to switch to longer researches, which I can't really switch out attack speed. That will still be what it is. But I will be researching defense because that's like a 2-week research almost. I'll just let that roll. And actually, believe it or not, my economy researches are getting pretty long. But again, I plan on maxing out the coins just to see how high we can get that bonus. That said, this kind of covers the update. This was a little longer than I wanted it to be, but once again, as always, thank you for watching. please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.